What's going on YouTube? It's me, and today we're doing Haze from HackTheBox, which is really unique box. And to be honest, this box is teaching me a lot, which I have to do something sometimes different, something. And if I'm gonna be calling the name of this box, it will be definitely game changer. Because we have to do something here from scratch, and we have to do something different. And let's jump in. As I like a Windows Active Directory box from HackTheBox, actually we have to be a record to be start with NetExec, but this box is a record mmap scan. So, but let's just start with everything we did before. I just want to be run NetExec SMP and giving IP addresses 10.10.11.69, and it will be giving us domain controller name, which is DC01, and a domain name, which is Haze.hdb. So it's sometimes important to be get here to be create etc host file before we forget, but NetExec modules are also supporting right now. All we need to be do just sudo netexec smp. The reason we are giving here sudo because etc host file is just the writable as root. So then after that it should be here, and we got domain IP addresses, and the domain and domain controller names is here. So our host file is now ready. Now we can continue with netexec smp and dc01 ace.hdb. The reason I always using the FQDN name because it sometimes is not recorded on the LD app, so that could be important. And now I just want to be check if we have guest access, and then let's see. So we got not status account. Actually, we are not getting here status account denied. We just get status account disabled. So maybe it's just about the guest. So we can just change it with the blank for both, and let's see what's different. We got here green flag, but I don't think so it will work. So we can just check it dash shares, and then we got here access denied right now. So so that means we have no guest or anything access here without authentication. So let's just start mmap scan here. I just want to be run -sc for default scripts, and for -vv it's really good for CTFs because it's giving us double verbose, and we can see some ports before it's done. And it seems like there is some difference, which is non-default ports are open like an 8089, and to be honest, it recurred me and remind me of the HackTheBox prolapse, which is offshore, because it was the same things there about Splunk, and those ports was open. And then let's see, maybe we can try to go on the website, and let's see we can find something different. Haze.hdb and give this one, and nothing seems like coming back, right? So there's could be something interesting, so we can't find right now. So it was about 80 it should work, and the another Splunk port is 80 on Haze.hdb, and yes, so we got it here. The fun fact is we are not getting here anything. Yeah, actually we got it here, and it's calling us, there's a Splunk, it's running. But in this situation we have no idea what version number of Splunk, and it's impossible to be learning without login here. So we have to do some important research before abuse it, right? So we can just try default the credential here like admin and admin password, but it will never work. And it's also impossible to be learn version number of Splunk without authentication, so we have to do some research. So let's check it mmap scan, but there's nothing interesting. We are on Windows 80 box, but we have no guest access or something like that, and then the way it seems like on Splunk. So the four Splunk exploits, so you can go the Splunk exploit, and there's on the Splunk.com, and there's everything you need about Splunk you can just learn on Splunk.com. So everything here. So when we call it here adversary, so which is you can learn every vulnerability about Splunk, it's over here. And if you're gonna be check here, you can just check some medium high critical exploits. But the important things is here, it's on the second page, and when the box was released it was on the first page, of course, and it was easy to be seen, but now maybe it's hard. Yeah, but for sure, now we are now what we have to look for. So we have to think about, we have no authentication yet, and we don't know what is a version number. And then after we check it at this box, I saw there's a poor path traversal on here, endpoints enterprise on Windows, and which is calling here high, and we can just check for this and what's actually it's talking about. And you can also go and open link in new tab, and it will be redirect us to CVE 2024, and which is 36991, right? So it will be teaching something about here about Splunk and this CVE. So we just know it's about path traversal, so then I think that could be important. Maybe it's not recovered the authentication, and we can just read some files. We just need to be do some more search. Just we need it is we need to be do some just more search, which is I found before when we are actually doing that box, and it was which is I can't really find right now, but I don't know why. So it was something like var. So I don't think so this is too much important, because it should be showing us what is actually this CVE talking about. Let me see. So yeah, maybe that one will be important. Then yes, so we got it here. So the path traversal is about URL path targeting on the modules and messaging endpoints, and we can just read the files like etc password, and which is here, and if it will be, you know, if it will be successfully, so we can now read some different files. So which is I really like it, because there is a talking about our next target, which is Splunk certificates. But just for now, let's do for just etc password, right? So we just need to be go there. I just want to be go on my terminal and curl-s http haze.htp on port 80, and giving this directory with the LFI, and we just got it. So we got here some hash. I really don't think so those are crackable, but maybe these are important to be create some username files or something like that later. So I just want to be save them as note.txt, and then let me just go. So now we are available to be read them. We got usernames like Mark, Paul, admin, or something like that. There's one, it's called admin changeme example.com. Maybe it's working for password, but I don't think so. And now we have to learn something more about what is Splunk, and at LFI we have to know what we need to be read, right? Because sometimes LFI could be the hijack, and then there is, if we have no idea what we have to looking for, then we can't go anywhere, right? So we need to be know what we have to look for. So but of course in this blog it's talking about targeting more valuable files, which is like etc authentication Splunk secrets, which is contains encryption key sensitive data, and authentication configuration file for stores LDAP credential and authentication settings here. So I think those are our next targets, and we need to be know what is Splunk scripts and what is authentication configuration file, and how we can learn it. The furthest blog I found that one, and it was talking about what is Splunk script file, and is it possible to change it. There's it seems like it's calling about Splunk secrets file is located on etc authentication, and it's calling here you can decrypt it password, and which is there's some secret and we can decrypt it. It's I think which is cool. And now we can call Splunk secrets, and I found on GitHub that one, and it was really valuable. And we just need install Splunk secrets, and after that we have to grab some information and or value here, and then we can decrypt it them, and got here some password, usernames, password, or something like that, right? So which is important. So there's cve.python file, the sensitive data on this, but I think they are not. Let me see if they are shared with us. Alright, so it seems like possible. I did it that way, but it seems like they did it. So let me just copy them, and we can call Sibling tags and Splunk. And to be honest, I don't care. So we can directly give it on the that main, right? So that's why, to be honest, and I don't care. So we can directly get them here. So whatever you want, you can just do it. So I don't think so it's important. So let's call it here Splunk .python. Let's call it. So Python 3 Splunk.python, and then it's just recurrent -u for URL, or --URL of course, and let's just give it here on port 80. I don't think so those are important, but we will see. Okay, let me just give it. Let me just go there. Okay, so how they actually use it. Okay, so they just give IP addresses, and it seems like work for them. Target as Splunk server, we have to get output, then it will be decrypt something. But if you want to be do it on manually, so it's also easier to be use it. It's because we have to just go somewhere they are giving us here, like etc authentication and Splunk scripts. So let me just try if we can read it with read it before on curl, right? So I just want to be just okay. So we can just go there, and then let's see if we can read it. All right, it seems like possible, and we can read Splunk script here, which is cool. So let me just save it them as Splunk secret right here, and then it's called. You can also find some configuration file there, and I will also try to be read it them if it's readable, and if we can get something there. All right, it seems like also possible, and we got it here. Bind the and the username is Paul Taylor, and we got bind the and password, but it's encrypted with Splunk password, right? So we have to be save them first, and try to be you know, the crack if it's crackable, right? Okay, where is my notes.txt? Okay, so it's also this one is also work. So with manually it can do it like that, or with this automation Python we can do it like that. So where's my notes.txt, to be honest? All right, so we got here our first you know, we got here our first password. So then we also find on here to bind the and CN name is giving us Paul Taylor. So let's just check. To be honest, you know what? Let's just verify it. Okay, I will say close without saving, and just let me go there. Okay. So now we can just try net exec smbdc01 ace.htp, and username we found well, okay, let me see. Okay, Paul Taylor, I think, right? We found, yes. And giving the password. Yeah, it seems like work. Now this is the most important part of the box, by the way, because there's something interesting. So if you have the username and password, to be honest, if we have the credentials here, we can do --users, right? It's because grab usernames on the target, and just looking for if there's something interesting on description, like a password message or something like that, right? But if you just want to be one with Paul Taylor, we are just getting here username Paul Taylor. What if I do with dash dash with brutes, and everything will be changed right now, and we will available to be get here usernames list, of course. It's because I just searched really more about it, and I just saw there it's just about we can extract username just with read with brutes. It's because purpose, ACL restriction, and which is the difference between of them. So the fun fact is with dash dash users, it's impossible to be getting here usernames. It's because pale tailor is restricted and cannot connect on the Active Directory here directly. But with dash dash read brute, we are brute forcing attack on SID, and then it will be giving us all output we need here, so which is really important. So who cares, we already got it. So let me just say with them as vim read users.txt and read users.txt and grab -i sid type user. So we are now getting here username list. We just need to be modify our command to be say with them as more healthy. We can use AW key for print, and I want to be print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 value here. So we need to be use the $ and 6, but we want to be cut here on the haze and backslash. For this I will use cut -d, and I'm using backslash, which I want to be cut. And if you want to be give here -f1, you will be get here first value. If you want to be run f-f2, and you will be get here second value, which is our users list. So let me say with them as users.txt. So now I think we can do password spray because we have already password, and our account seems like a restriction, and we can use it very well. So let me just run it here, and then let's see if another user is using pale tailor password as his password. So it will be important. Let's see. The fun fact is Mark Adams is also using his password as password. So I just want to be run change it with Mark Adams, and now just run -- users, and let's see if we have you know, if we can grab username list right now, and we will see the difference. So the fun fact is, we gotta here start with administrator and getting here all username lists with Mark Adams. So that means our pale tailor account is just really a restriction, so we can use it very well. Then I will be continuing with Mark Adams. The second part, I just want to be check if we have LDApp access, and if we have, I will dump here Bloodhound data, I think, which is really important. So we have just LDApp access, and now we can use --Bloodhound --DNS server, and 10, 10, 11, which is calling here 61, right? So let me just verify it. Yes, it was. And --collection all. We can also grab Bloodhound data really fastly with just netexec modules, which is calling here --Bloodhound. And let me open my Bloodhound Community Edition here on port 8080, and we have to be upload our data first, and after it's ending we will upload it, and then let's see what our user can do, or what Mark Adams can do, or what Pale Tailor can do, or what is the difference inside of Bloodhound data, right? So let me just copy them and save it here and upload files, which is there. Okay, so we got here zip file. Let me upload zip file fastly. The fun fact is we can also check --WinRAM, no, I mean, so not exact WinRAM, if we have a WinRAM access. So it means if we are on remote management users, then we can use WinRAM. That means, so I will change it with enable WinRAM and giving here IP addresses with -I, and then you will be see here if there's users.txt or something like that as Mark Adams, I mean, if we can get it. So let me just go here on back. I'm looking for desktop, and then let me just run it here, and we are not getting here any useful something like that, or the user.txt. But before I forget, I want to just go program data, and I will load my beacon. Maybe it will be important later. Windows status payloads. I will show you my own shellcode runner in this video. So and giving here HTTP and giving here the generate and beacon the binary file. Let me save it and just let me go there. Okay, so we are creating our binary file. To be honest, at this machine there is no defender, but I want to do something interesting. So let me just GitHub. Let me go my GitHub here, and I just created shellcode runner, and it's really easy to use. And I just want to show you, to be honest. That's why. Or you can upload your exe file directly. It's not important. So we got here XOR Python, which is more healthier. But I just created RC4, which is if you want to be used, of course. And you have to give XOR Python a.binary mysecret and just giving here compile, and it will be compile and giving us exe file. After it's created, you can just check shellcode runner C++ file here, and you can just looking for what actually you will upload. So maybe this is important for you, right? So let me just runner.exe and let me upload here runner.exe, and let's upload our beacon, right? So maybe it will useful later, but for now it's not useful, so I will just check on Bloodhounds. Let's look for what Mark Adams can do. And to be honest, there is nothing interesting on output object control, but if we can check members of the Mark Adams, so we just saw it's member of GMS managers. The another interesting thing is remote management users, which we already use it. It's because we are available to be accessed here in RAM. But the other things is GMS manager. We have no read GMSA password reader directly on the machine or any other things, but we just saw we are a member of GMS managers, right? So this is another great part of the machine. So if you want to be verify it or something like that, you can just use netexec ld app and giving to here Mark Adams and his you know, to the credential, and you will be see here it's possible to be read it as GMSA managers to be read on Haze IT backup $signs. I mean, so this is probably a computer account to be read it his NTLM hash, but we have no read permission here yet. Yes, we are member of GMSA managers, but we have no permission yet. How we can put this permission or fix this permission here? But I also want to show you there is some another things you can try, of course. Let me just grab my beacon here, and you can just go for sharp collection. And then just go here, GMSA password reader exe, which is there, and you can also use it. So I always use it that one because it's really useful. Execute assembly home Elliot tools, and let me use it, but we have no permission yet, so this is really useless. But I just want to show you something different. So you don't need to be just run netexec ldf and -- gmsa and just forget it. Maybe it will work, it will not work, but maybe it will work. So let me just give account name, and which account name we are trying to be read it, which is here. Okay, so let me just try to be give it, and let's see if it's work. And we are getting here unable to get password and check permission, right? So we have no permission yet. So in this situation we need to do more search. I did really huge research here, and I will show you in a review. We have only one service account and as GMSA manager, and we can query um, their credentials only if the following property is status as MSDC group MSA membership. So for this one, I found there is a really great resource. Let me open my Notion notes first because I really don't know where is the oh my shit. Yes. Okay, HackTheBox Windows. Let me search on Haze. Let me do. So in my notes, I noted it very well. So which is here. So the meaning only the members available to be credentials, which is we just need his MSDS group SA membership, and it's everything we need is calling there, so you can use it then. So the fun fact is we just need to be changed and giving set AD service accounts, and then which AD service account we have to be saved as to be read at his NTLM hash, right? So the only thing we just needed here, this command, and if we can, okay, so we can also use it on Evolving RAM here. So let me just use it there. Nope. Why I cannot read it? Okay. Alright, this is interesting. So let me, okay, not here. If we can fix, I mean, if we can save it, if we can save it correctly, and to be honest, it's let's say just wait. So if we can put it and save it as this like that one, so now we can available to using Mark Adams credential to be reading Haze IT backups GMSA password. So now we can use --GMSA, and you will be see here we are available to get his NTLM hash. So all we needed is just this password. It's because we aren't just allowed to be giving here. Let's try manage passwords with these users. Alright, so then after you dump Bloodhound data again, and you will be see here you have read GMSA password on this. So now we got our second credential, and which is calling Haze IT backup and $. So we can just verify it with netexec and just look for what we needed later. Let's see. I want to be just change it with -h, and for this one we will use Haze IT backup and giving here hash, which is there. I know it seems like work. We can also try looking for Bloodhound data, and what we can do with this computer account, Haze IT backup, and looking for here output object control, and we have right owner as from support services. But the fun fact is again, I told you on the before start video, and I told you we have to do everything from scratch in this machine because there's some restriction problem on that machine, and we cannot use it directly as we did use before. So it seems like we have no output object control as support services, but it's actually yes. So how we can learn it, we have to dump Bloodhound data again, Haze IT backup, because Haze IT backup was a restriction and now it's not because we configured it. So all we needed is netexec LD app, to be honest, not SMP, and doing same thing with just Haze IT backup computer accounts and dump Bloodhound data again, and I will upload here again here, and then you will be see here everything will be changing, and we can get something interesting more clearly. So let me just go here, upload the files, and then let's see. Okay, or new data here, and now we got it. So we just need to be uploaded that one again, and you will be see here everything will be changed, and let's see. Alright, it's analyzing. After it's complete, we can go. Now let's check Haze IT backup again, and we have output object control as support services, and now support services has output object control, and we can force change password of Edward Martin. And if you can check Edward Martin, and you will be see here we are a member of remote management users, which means we can maybe as Edward Martin get users.txt. So my pathfinding I will be changed with Edward Martin from Haze IT backup to Edward Martin. First of all, we have to use write owner on support services, and with the support services, and we can just change password of Edward Martin, which is here, right? And let's just start with it. So I think this part is also really important because it's not straight. So I wanna actually explain you something. In the situations, I always using same things because my attack vectors is like we have write owner on support services, right? So we have to add ourselves, giving owner ourselves, I mean Haze IT backup $ on support services. After we done it, we have write owner, right? So we can giving ourselves, I mean Haze IT backup $ full privilege with generate all. We can also do with bloody AD. After that, if we added ourselves full privilege on support services, we can add it ourselves, I mean Haze IT backup $ on support services. And if we added ourselves on support services, we will have full privilege on here, and we can use everything support services can do, and we can change password of Edward Martin. In this situation, I will use my auto bloody AD because it's really easy to be using bloody AD commands, but you can use different things. It's not important too much. The fun fact is, it will show you what you needed. For example, if you have write owner, you have to use that command, and you just need to be give set owner and giving the group's name and giving the username. After we done write owner, we will giving ourselves full privilege with generic all, which is give user generic all rights, which is here, and we just need to be check with at generic all. After that all, we can add user to group, and we can add ourselves to group, and then we will be on support services with full privilege. Let me do it. Let me start with bloody AD set owner, which is here. We just need to be give host name, domain, username, hash, set owner, giving group name and the username, which one we have to be set owner. If we can do it, now we are available to giving us generic all. We can just use here same things, just change add generic all on support services as Haze IT backup. Then after that's all, we can now add it ourselves on the group, and we can do everything we need. Everything support services can do as Haze IT backup. So with this command, now we are available to do everything support services can do with Haze IT backup. So let's just check for what support services can do, which is force change password. I will always using bloody AD to be change password here, but it's definitely not good for OPSEC. So I will show certified AD here, which is shadow. Shadow credential attack will giving us Edward Martin's hash. We just need to be everything here, the which user can do, and account for target account, and it will be giving us the Edward Martin and TLM hash. Of course, we didn't get it. It's because clock skew to grid account error. It's just about what or the computer's time is not matching, so we can use it here fake time, and it will be grab the time of the haze.hdb, which is domain name, and then running this command again, and it will be matching the times, and then we will available to be get here Edward Martin's hash, which is anti-hash of Edward Martin, and we can call that Edward Martin and giving the hash with this. Nice. So we just know it's a bot we can available to be remote management users, and Edward Martin as username. Okay, now we can enable WinRAM. Okay, let me go on desktop, and yes, we got here user.txt. Nice. So after that, I want to be check who am I all directly. Nothing seems like interesting or privileged information, right? But there is something important on the group informations, which is we are okay. Where the fuck is this? Nice, here. There is a backup reviewers groups, and which is really non-default and really interesting. And our user, the Edward Martin, is member of this group, right? So now I will go for C tab and looking for tier, and we found also backups directory, which is non-default and interesting. And we saw there's we are member of the backup reviewers. So we can just check with IKLS to backups or backup, and we saw we can read it with backup reviewers, and we are a member of backup reviewers, and we can just go there and check for if we can read it. Looking for Splunk, and yeah, we got a here zip file. It's really huge file. I already downloaded, which is here, and you just need to be unzip it, and we got here some interesting files, right? Like a war, etc, opt. I mean, those are really important. So it's because we learned it before how to use it. Splunk scripts here, and we use the Splunk scripts with different ways, like a Splunk scripts and this Python file. But it will be useless if we want to be use Splunk script file here, because there's something different. We also got it. So I just want to be run here. If we can grab some password or something like that, just looking for password, and you will be see here there's really password. Where the fuck is this? Okay. It was bullshit actually, because it was really crowded and find the password here was really hard. Ah, shit. To be honest, I don't care. So the same command I found here, the Splunk secrets again, and I use which we used before, Splunk secrets, and we use Splunk decrypt and etc authentication Splunk secret file, which is on the Splunk here, and you can just check it with that, and you will be see which is different, and given the cheaper tags, and you will get another creds here, which is work for web server. To be honest, that part was really shit. It was bullshit because of it's hard to find the cheaper tags here. So now we got here admin, and as a password, the password of admin, which is here on Splunk scripts, and we are in. So that means so after I log in Splunk here, I just go on Google and just should say Splunk remote code execution GitHub. I just search, and I found Splunk Whisperer.2, which is work for this box, and you can use it really easy. Just git clone and give it that one, and just go on Splunk Whisperer, and you have to go the second one, that one, right? Nope, that one, right? Yes, I think so. So now we have to be created or remote command execution, which is -- host, and you have to be give it the haze.htp, which is domain, and which is where is actually working with -- port, username, password, and lhost. With it should be equal your etc host file. So I mean lhost file, and you have to be giving payloads. I recommend to be using here reverseshell.com. What the hell? I don't think so, it's the correct one. And you can just go here and choose the PowerShell base64 one. That one will work. So let me open in my second tab and start here ncat listener, because I choose on port 80. And if you just want to be run at it, and nothing will be, you will not getting here the shell, but you will be get here tmp on your tmp tar file. So let me just do ls-l tmp, and you will be see here you get here tar file. So you have to upload it on just need to be go apps and manage apps. Let's see, and install app from file, browse, documents, no, on other locations on tmp. You have to upload that tar file, and after you upload it, you will be get shell as back here. Nice. Okay, so let me just go program data here, because I want to run runner.exe. I don't really like to be doing everything on reverse shell, because it's really not good for OPSEC, you know. And we are just get beacon as Alexander Green here. You can just check for bloodhounds also, but after you just check, you will be see here we have C impersonate privilege, which is really cool. And after got potato, we will be get here system beacon. So I will use execute assembly home Elliot tools got potato exe and dash cmd, and giving here the or shellcode runner directory here, C program data and runner.exe, and the got potato is will be running as the system, and we will get back as system beacon here. And let's see, alright, so we got it. And after you hash dump, and you will be see here you done this box, and we got here system beacon and rooted machine. So I think that box which is really unique, and we just I was just trying to solve the show everything different, and I hope you will like it, and thank you for watching.